Hello, and thank you for visiting. If you've been here from before, welcome back. This is just going to be me talking about the Witch Queen. That's not an enemy. The Witch Queen DLC. I spent the whole week, pretty much. I mean, it'll be a week tomorrow. Playing the game. I did the campaign. I did that on regular. And that was pretty crazy, the campaign. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I don't want to go into details about it. Not everyone has the ability to play it in one sitting or even 2 or 3 sittings. So some people may require a whole week, some may require 2. So I don't feel it's prudent to get into details about what happens in it. I will say that ending. I can't believe the Titanic sank. Crap. I gave away the ending. No. But seriously, the ending's pretty crazy. I enjoyed it. I'm going to go back and do it on Legendary. The way the game works is you unlock the ability to do missions again on higher difficulties by doing stuff on the throne world. Just a heads up, this is not a mission. I want to make sure I make that clear. This is just the Lost Sector. Having said that, though, while I haven't done anything with this Lost Sector except kill enemies, if you're not looking to know how to do them, because there are some mild mechanics associated with the Lost Sectors on the Throne World. If you're not looking to have any spoilers, I highly recommend running the Lost Sector before continuing with this video. If you don't care, I mean, carry on. As I was saying, you unlock the ability to do replay missions, to do them again by doing stuff here on the Throne World. So I did the Arrival on Legendary difficulty. It was challenging enough. I don't want to speak to what Legendary is, but from what I've been reading on the internet, a lot of people are echoing what the first mission I played was like. It was challenging enough, but not like unfair. I feel like frustrating at times, yes. But 99% of the time that I remember, any mistakes I made were my fault, not necessarily the game's fault. So I did that. I got my challenges done for Crucible, for what's that other thing with the things? Gambit, and I did Nightfall and the battle, not the Battlegrounds. What did they call what used to be the Vanguard Strikes? Vanguard Ops, I think is what it's called now. I did those for my weekly challenges, so I didn't play like hours upon hours. Vanguard Ops is enjoyable because it incorporated the Battlegrounds from Season of the Chosen? Whichever one had the Battleground node under the Vanguard. That's the one. So they incorporated those in with the strikes. So for me, I didn't play them a lot, the Battlegrounds. So it added a nice little level of freshness to the playlist. Obviously, if you played the Living Daylights out of that season, it's not going to have the same impact for you. So be aware of that. I keep wanting to say expansion, but the DLC has 2 new strikes. I believe I don't remember seeing any other strikes in the menu. I haven't done them in the playlist yet. They haven't come up in my rotation, but I only did a handful of strikes. So there's nothing too big with that. Nightfalls have a little bit of a change. They have singes / burns, whatever, if you're old school. I don't have my melee ability yet. Where they explicitly tell you, like, you deal 25% more arc damage, but in addition to that, you take 50% more. So just be aware that that's a thing that happened. Gambit, I only did my 3 for the weekly. Or did I do 4? Regardless, I didn't do a lot. I don't, obviously there are changes. Well, if you didn't know, Gambit was changed. It is a little bit of both Gambit Prime, or what was once Gambit Prime, and regular Gambit combined. Not like... Did I do this one already? Yes. Did I open this? No, I got one more sigil. I need to go here. Anyhow, it's a combination of the two. They tried to take the best elements from both and make it one Gambit. Did they succeed? I don't know. I think I'm one of the few people that doesn't hate Gambit, but sorry, that was a hard H. I don't hate Gambit, but I don't like it either. I can tolerate it for my challenges and any quests I have to do, but it's not something like Vanguard Ops or Crucible where I'm like, okay, I feel saucy. I'm gonna subject myself to this. Never do I go. I don't want to say never. Rarely do I go, I feel like playing Gambit today. Towards the tail end of the season, the previous season, that was 20 billion months long. I think I went to Gambit a couple times, but I did that because I played Crucible a lot, and that was starting to get kind of old, so I wanted to spice things up. This Lucent Brood Guardian / Hive Imposter. So I can't really say for sure whether it works or not. The changes aren't significant for me to really, as of right now. Again, maybe as I play it more, I'll feel differently. But first impressions, the changes aren't so great that I feel like, oh man, this is significantly worse or better than what was previously out there in the wild. Crucible's weird. I'm probably going to go back in tomorrow. I did Crucible, I think, like day 2 for a little bit, just to see how Void 3.0 handled. And something just, I don't know how to describe it, but something felt off. I don't feel like the weapons I used to use previously were as effective. I don't know if it's... I mean, I'm not the best Crucible player, but I feel like I would... Not necessarily... I don't think I would blame the game if I'm doing bad unless it actually was the game. Because I know I'm bad. I'm not the best. I'm not Mr. Competitive Pro. But I do enjoy the Crucible. And I feel like I can hold my own. I don't want to do a public event. I'm going to go travel to another lost sector quick. But anyway, something felt off. I don't know what. I'm going to go back, break out my typical weapons and see how that feels, see if it still feels off, start running weapons that are new to the DLC, which after I finish the Crucible, I think I'm going to address next. And see if I still feel that way. I only did about 3 or 4 matches Crucible, so maybe it was connection because everyone was on. Maybe I was just having a really off day, which happens. Maybe, who knows? Point is, I forget where the lost sector is. No, but seriously, point is, in order to make sure it is a me issue or not a me issue, run the Crucible again. I'm trying to find it using memory alone. I really don't want to open up my map. Alright, fine. To my left. Oh, so I made this, I did another video before this one and it was like 46 minutes long. And I thought, no one wants to sit through 46 minutes of me rambling on. So I'm re-recording it. I didn't feel like, and I don't have proper editing software. So I didn't want to really, not yet at least, I didn't want to sit there and try to edit using some subpar thing. Anywho, so I'm gonna go back into Crucible tomorrow or tonight even, and see if I still feel the same way. Weapons. I love weapon crafting so far. I haven't gotten into the nitty-gritty of the enhanced perks. You have your basic perks, which some are unlocked at the beginning, but as you level up your weapon, after a certain point, I think it's like 16, 15, 16, 17, somewhere there, I believe it's 16. You either unlock your perks or you get access to enhanced perks. I don't remember. Ooh, so that red border around the fugue means I can kill with that weapon and extract deep sight resonance, which is used to craft weapons. Well, it gives you neutral elements. The deep sight resonance and extracting it X amount of times allows you to get a blueprint. So yes, it also lets you craft in a way. I just wanted to clarify what I meant. So yeah, those are random. You can get them. Some weapons only drop from certain activities, like there are 2 weapons that drop from the Wellspring, which is a fun 6-player activity. If you don't know, it's fun. It's a very straightforward, non-complicated activity. I miss the days of the menagerie where it was complicated enough, but not so much so that if you were doing it with 5 other random people, you're not like, you don't have to worry about not being able to communicate or them not wanting to communicate if you do. So anyhow, so it's pretty straightforward, nothing really overly complicated. Stand here, shoot crystals kind of thing. Get rid of them first. And there. Hershon my buzz. Yeah, so Wellspring, they have kind of like, they're not Nightfalls necessarily. Well, they have champions and things like that, so they're kind of like, this may be an oversimplification, but they also have story Nightfalls, I'll call them, where you get scored. There are champions. They're match made at lower levels, similar to Nightfalls, and then for the upper levels, you have to either LFG, get clan members to join you, whatever the case may be. Those are fun. They had a nice little spin, obviously because we can matchmake with them. They can be easier than, say, like the legendary if you're soloing it. What else is there? Oh, there's the PsyOps thing. That's part of the season. That's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I don't know how much it's going to change each week, both of the Wellspring and these PsyOps battleground things. I imagine the PsyOps especially is going to be something different each week. But I'm not 100% certain. I haven't looked at the triumphs or anything to see, like, beat this boss this boss in PsyOps, check. Beat this one, check, kind of thing. So those activities are fun. The PsyOps, if you didn't know, is only 3-player. It's not a 6-player activity, and it is more. It's not necessarily. At least this week's wasn't necessarily too complicated either. And then I think that's everything that I've done. I've done the ritual activities, Crucible, Strikes, Gambit. I've beaten the campaign on regular, played the first mission on legendary. I did the weekly story mission, did Wellspring, did the battleground PsyOps. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I know obviously the raid isn't released yet. That'll be happening Saturday if I remember my dates. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how the raid goes. Right now, this expansion is probably one of my favorites. I feel like the raid is going to either solidify its first place standing or its second place standing. And also too, it's the first week. I'm sure there's a certain like level of quote unquote honeymoon phase. So we'll see how that, if it is happening, how that changes my impression as the weeks go on. And there is a running away. I don't feel like dealing with that. Anywho, the raid, I'm not going to be raid ready. I'm only at 1526 right now. If I put on all my high level gear, which I'm not currently equipped with, I'm still only 1530, which yeah, I don't know. Maybe that, because I don't know how. I knew usually World's First, they set a max light level, if I remember correctly. I don't know how they're doing it this time around, if it's going to be same, different. So I may be ready and I just don't realize it. Regardless, that muff is going to hit me. Regardless, am I going to get to do it this Saturday? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see. I did start talking about weapons, and I don't think I really discussed too much about it, and I do want to mention a couple other things real quick before I miss, in case, and this is more for people who may not be up to date or follow the TWAB like I do and other people do, and if you don't, that's okay. I'm not saying you have to. However, there's some juicy tidbits of information in it that might be under the radar of some people. And with the weapon crafting and stuff like that, keep in mind that right now there are I always forget about this guy. Gal thing. I don't know. How to classify that entity in terms of. Anyway, before I forget to discuss weapons again, each weapon manufacturer has a certain, like a set perk associated with all the weapons under that manufacturer, and this cabal weapon system class. I don't know if it's a class. You know what I'm saying, this label of cabal whip. I hear them. They won't leave me alone. Has land tank, which you can see ×3. Land tank, if I remember correctly, I could check, but I have an ogre giving me the death glare, and I don't really want to take my eyes off it. Land tank provides a certain level of resistance for final blows, if I remember correctly. Resilience. No, resistance. It's officially called resilience. Anywho, I enjoy the cabal weapons. Oh, Hive Lieutenant wields the light. Yay. This grenade launcher, which is a wave one, is a cabal weapon. The hockey grenade launcher, rocket launcher I'm using. I really like Viced. Viced is another one that I enjoy. I have a Suros pulse rifle, syncopation, and I forgot to kill the ghost. Thankfully, this guy wasn't too hard to take down. Let's not do that again. I can't multitask. So each weapon manufacturer has a certain perk that offers obviously different benefits. I highly recommend figuring out what works for you. Like I mentioned, I'm a big fan of Viced and the Cabal weapons right now. Other people may differ, and that's okay. This rocket launcher has homing capabilities when aiming down sights. So, why I didn't aim down the sights the second time, I don't know. I felt like taking a chance. Every now and then it's good to take chances. Boom. Also too, I highly recommend every time you get like one of those red barred weapons that you do the resonance thing, you kill enemies, fill up your thing, extract the deep sight resonance, and make sure you have materials, because those are the materials you need to craft weapons. Be aware that when you extract your deep sight resonance stuff, sometimes the weapon gives you options between certain elements like adroit, ruinous, forget the other ones now. So be careful which one you choose, because it matters. It gives you can't use adroit elements on a ruinous perk. Ruinous perks are like, from what I understand, they have like, I don't know, something that would cause like corrosive damage would fall under ruinous. So, I remember to, I'll try to remember to put like the descriptions of the type of elements associated with the type of elements and the characteristics associated with each one. And if not, there's this thing called the internet that you can always use. However, there's nothing wrong with making the work a little easier, if I can. I'm gonna kill that guy too. This time I'm not gonna forget. Another thing, if you're a warlock, something that has really helped me out tremendously, Ophidian Aspects increases your lunge range. So there have been times... Oh, I got another red-lined one. So there have been times where I've had to like run and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna make it. But then I hit the finisher button and I like warp across the map and get to it anyway. So if you're looking for something to give you, I feel like I warp across the map. I don't know if I actually do. But for me, it feels like it provides a certain level of advantage. Excuse me. If you make a mistake and you're like, and you completely forget that you have to do that because it's still something that's unusual for this game in terms of mechanics. So, anyway, Ophidian Aspects has helped me, and it helps with reload, obviously, and handling, which for me are an extremely important two traits to get a bump on. I believe that's it. I think that's everything. To wrap it up, I'm enjoying it again. Like, to reiterate, I'm enjoying it again, and the game, and it exceeded expectations, because I kind of went in with lukewarm expectations, not gonna lie, because I wasn't sure what to expect. You had like expansions or DLCs like Shadowkeep that felt a little bit lackluster, and then you have this, which, oof, I feel like there's still stuff I haven't explored everything on the throne world because I'm only level 15 and level 30 is the max, and I think I should have Deep Sight 3 unlocked. I don't remember. If I don't, I'm getting pretty close to it. So there's still a lot I haven't explored on this world, which is nice. It reminds me of the Dreadnought in that way.
Hi, Cora. I'm picking up some familiar
So yeah, I think on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. If I think of anything, I'll get to it in my next video, because I'm going to try to post a little more frequently now that the expansion's out. Now that people have had a week or so. I'm still going to be kind of hush-hush about plot points as much as possible. I do apologize if I slip, don't realize it, whatever, and spoilers go out. I think at this point, just assume spoilers. That way you can go, yes, I still want to go and watch this. No, I don't. One last thing. I know I said I'd wrap it up. I have a mic that's new. It is not my headset mic. I don't know if the quality's better, worse, imperceptible difference. Hopefully it's better and not worse. Well, that's it. Be kind to others and yourself. Have a good one. I'm out of here.